Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Foxy298 here. Welcome back to a brand new video for you guys today here on the channel. Today, Williams have just revealed their F1 2020 car. And before you ask why I sound really weird, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning and I've only just woken up and I just scrolled through my phone and Williams' car's got launched. So, pretty convenient timing. But if you do enjoy the video, obviously feel free to drop it a like and subscribe if you're new around here as well. And we're going to get straight into it as Williams have released something a lot different to their previous livery. So we're going to go to the first shot, which is sort of like a little half-sided on shot, you know, the pose shot, as I like to call it, just so we can have a look at the whole piece itself. And yeah, it's a completely different livery to last year. And if you're saying what's the difference in terms of my opinion on the livery compared to last year, yeah, that's way better. That's way better than last year's livery. Overall, yeah, I like it. It's not bad. It's not terrible. It's not bad, though. So, yeah, it's a decent looking livery. I don't mind it. It is kind of nice. Nice mixture of colours. Bit of red in there. Some blue, some white. You know, it just, I don't know. I like it, personally. It's not my favourite, but obviously it shows their heavy row kit branding in there, which I believe they got a long deal for. Yeah, the only thing that I don't like, and I've just noticed it now that I'm looking at this picture, is George Russell's number of 63 is like, what are they doing with his number? They've like ruined it in a way. It's like 6 on the top and then 3 on the bottom. It's really weird, but yeah, anyway, we'll go into the first shot then. So we've got the first shot here, which is like a top-down shot of the car. So we can first of all have a look at just the overall package of the vehicle. And once again, Williams have gone down this little route with their side pods just being really, really random. You can just sort of see it from there. It's just a bit of a lumpy, bumpy mess, really. And, you know, it's well, what they've said, because I've got the F1's website up at the moment, is they've said that it's a revised livery that retains, obviously, the heavy branding of the row kit team, and it's an evolution of its predecessor, which their predecessor was crap. And obviously the concept behind the FW43 was its continuous development of the FW42 with no fundamental concept changes to the layout. So obviously Williams are still sticking to the layout that they had for last year, which does mean that they're going to be last probably. And have we got anything else that they have said about this? They've said the decision to retain some of the core architecture of the FW42 means that there has been less resource invested in developing new concepts, which in turn has rewarded the design team with a greater bandwidth to optimize their work, evident in both packaging and component detail. By preserving some key parameters, it has allowed for an uninterrupted development program within the aerodynamics in order to maximize the efficiency of the resources as we head towards the preseason tests and onto the race next season. The most important measure will be to progress relative to our peers, along with our intention of continuing our recent record of reliability. Yeah, your reliability is great. But your car developments and car makes are crap. But yeah, so they've kept their core concepts as we see from this top-down shot. They haven't really changed much on that. Yeah, it's going to be a risky one because obviously their car was so bad last year that whether that's the best thing to do, we're not too sure. Looking again still from this top-down shot, though, we can see that obviously the front wing end plates are outwashed pretty much like any other team is doing. And then obviously their barge board section looks a little bit plain compared to the other ones, but we'll have a look at some other shots and try and compare that. So, looking then at shot number 2, we've got a full-on side perspective of the car, and we've got ABK beer on there. So lads, if you're looking to rack out some beer, go and visit Rocket Williams Racing, where they'll give you some free AK. I can't even put it off. I ruined my own advertisement. But yeah, bargeboard section wise, compared to all the other cars that I've seen so far, it's really plain. There's not really a lot going on here, you know, compared to what we've seen from other cars. Maybe that's a good thing, and maybe they're going to implement some more things as they go along. But I don't know, it just looks a bit plain to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just being stupid. But it just doesn't look quite as washed out as the other ones. But again, you can pretty much see from the row kit red livery how there's a bit of black that then sort of like swipes up a little bit. If that's still part of the packaging, I don't know why it's there, but who knows. But yeah, there's that to it. But just I don't know. I'm just looking at. I'm still, to be honest, I'm still trying to look at the livery videos, and also I'm still trying to wake up. But there you go. There's two things to do. It would kill two birds with one stone. You know. The livery is just very, very interesting. It keeps striking out at me at the moment. I don't really mind it too much. But we're going to now go in shot number 3, and we're going to get a front end view of this car. And this was when I was having a look at the shots, probably my most interested bits to look at, because those side pod intakes, do they even exist, Williams? Like, Jesus Christ, they are so narrow. I don't even think you could fit your child in it anymore. Like, it's ridiculously narrow now from Williams. It's crazy thin. I'm going to get up a picture of the FW42 so I can actually notice it myself. But literally comparing, actually, Jesus, I've literally just opened up the a picture of the FW42, and good God, my God, it was an ugly livery. Compared to this one, anyway, this livery is way better than last year's. Yeah, their side pod intakes were slightly narrow, but God, this thing doesn't... Jesus, they are really slimming down on that front there. There's a lot of things that do sort of worry me a little bit about this car, though. Their front nose is a slightly different compared to last year's car. Especially, everyone seems to be making a change towards like the very end of the front nose, where that little step pointy piece comes out. A lot of people sort of had a different dynamic look to it. Everyone sort of has now a straight out front nose which circles around, and then you've got the little steppy out part in there. And then also the front wing itself is just a complete bland and plain front wing compared to, you know, the likes of Ferrari, which have sort of got that weird shape to it that Ferrari do. Same with Alpha, that have got that as well. Red Bull have got their own type of front wing look to it. Mercedes have got their own type, where they've got a couple of little slits in the actual front wing end plates itself to try and help a little bit. Williams don't have any of that. And once again, same as last year. In fact, no, they've changed it compared to last year, unless I'm looking at a completely different image. They have actually. They've done a slight change to it from last year. So last year, they had a little bit more of a curve to it, a little bit more of a curve to it, whereas on this one it's just a straight piece. So okay, fair enough. They have actually done a slight change to it. But yeah, those side pod intakes, Jesus, like, do they even exist? And then obviously shot number 4 is that snazzy look from the pose view there. And unlike AlphaTauri, who so far are the only cars to be doing it, Williams have got the 2 pillars to connect up to that rear wing, and then their end plate is very plain again. There's no like little grooves and cuts in the end plate like we've seen on the Ferrari, where there's like 7 of them. So yeah, it's quite a plain car. By the look, just looking at the car, I don't think it's going to be that quick. But I could be wrong, and Williams could actually have found something and finally got their act together and maybe closer to their predecessors, but who knows. But anyway, guys, that is going to be the FW43. We do have the Racing Point livery coming out today as well, so hopefully you will join me for that one. And if you do enjoy this video, like I said, drop a like and subscribe if you're new around here as well, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care all. Peace.